Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. In the last episode, we were continuing through event mode here on the solo mode, and in today's episode, this will be the conclusion of it. We are going to be finishing up the event mode here. I know there's a lot of footage. Like I said, this was like 4 hours worth of footage trying to finish this up. Okay, for this event, essentially, we are fighting Rosalina as Zero Suit Samus, because, well, Rosalina is the princess of the cosmos, if you have not played Mario Galaxy. So it only makes sense that the world's biggest bounty hunter should be after her. But, anyways, essentially, there's a lot of warp stars here. I think that's the main gimmick here. Unless it's just for this battle. I think that box had a lot of warp stars. But, essentially, we're just here fighting Rosalina. Like I said, I haven't played Rosalina yet. I've been kind of meaning to because, well, I've always liked Rosalina as a character. She's always intrigued me because I love Galaxy. It's my favorite Mario game. And Rosalina has always intrigued me as a character, so I kind of wanted to use her, and I just never got around to using her. But after we clear that event, get more pathways unlocked here. Got more gold. I do believe it unlocks another path. Yep, there we go. You got Lubba! He's from Galaxy 2, and I just picked that game up too, just recently. And there was a GameStop deal going on earlier for Christmas. It was buy two, get one pre-owned. I got Mario Galaxy 2, Skyward Sword, and Kirby's Return to Dreamland. So, I'll have a grand old time there. Those are really fantastic Wii titles from what I heard. Okay, this one. We're fighting Pit as Dark Pit, and this is essentially another Stanimo battle. This is a doppelganger duel. One thing I do like, I haven't played Kid Icarus Uprising, but I have listened to the soundtrack. I have to say, Dark Pit's theme is really good. I do like that. I know Dark Pit's always been a... I haven't played original Kid Icarus, but I don't know. I think Dark Pit was only in Uprising. I don't know if he was in the original Kid Icarus game. I know Sakurai made that game too. Sakurai made Kid Icarus Uprising. Sakurai actually had a lot of hand in Nintendo games. He's the one that made the Kirby series, and he made a lot of it. Like, he made one of my favorite games I've ever played in my life, and I love Kirby's Air Ride. Kirby's Air Ride is probably one of my favorite games of all time. I've always loved that game so much, and I spend so much time. And I have to say that Sakurai really does well on the games that he makes. And that's just excluding this game. I have not played Kid Icarus Uprising, like I said before, and I kind of really want to. Because, honestly, I trust Sakurai as a game developer. I've always done, because he makes fantastic games. I mean, he made this one, and like I said before, Kirby Air Ride is probably one of my favorite games I've ever played in my life. And freaking Pit only has 1 HP. I was going to say, I better not lose this. Pit only has 1 HP. But anyways, that's that duel. And I kind of wanted to share a little bit of information about myself a little bit with you guys when it came to Sakurai and his game development. This is going to be the hardest freaking challenge in this game. Or hardest freaking event in this game. This one right here. Ugh, I don't like this one. This one took me literally 30 minutes to try to beat this one. Okay, let me explain this one. You are at 200% health with Lucario. That's really good because Lucario's aura is going to be like max power. The thing is, though, you have to fight a Sheik and a Wii Fit trainer invisible. And they both have 2 stock. I mean, granted, you have 2 stock, but this is really unfair advantage. Like, I understand what they're trying to do. I really understand what they're trying to do with Lucario's, ability, him being really powerful whenever he has more damage, but making these people invisible? This is monotonous. This is hard. This is ridiculous. I can barely see these things. The only way you can only see these guys is, like, little flashes, and you can actually see that, like, their outline just barely. You guys can probably see their outline just barely, but this is hard. This is ridiculous, and I'm sorry if I'm coming off like I'm complaining way too much. This one take This one took forever for me. I just did not like this one. And I main Lucaria. Lucaria is one of my main characters I use. And it's just, I don't know. I just don't like how this one was set up. And I understand they want you to use the aura power, because that's why they put you at 200% damage. It's just, I don't know. That one just was really hard. And that one just was kind of, in my opinion, it was just like, really? Really? Game? Really? Anyways, now we're playing as Pit. We're fighting again, I think if I remember correctly, in this event, we have to play as Pit, and we have to fight against a couple of Dark Pits here. The main tactic for this is to simply get all the pieces of, like I said, I have not played Kid Icarus Uprising. I just know it's a legendary weapon from that game. And essentially what you're trying to do is you're trying to assemble pieces for it. When you collect all the pieces for it, it'll make this gigantic gun, and it'll make this gigantic beam, and it'll have the effect of a baseball bat. That's essentially what it is. I managed to kill 2 of these Dark Pits, but one of them escaped my grasp, so I have to do this whole process again. Either at that or kill them normally. But just because of the event itself, I kind of want to make it appropriate by getting all the pieces again. There's 3 pieces. This is kind of like how the Dragoon is from Kirby Air Ride. So that's kind of how it was in Brawl too. So I come over here and I just shoot this gigantic laser, and blast him off to Kingdom Come. So that's pretty much that. That one's kind of easy, but you just have to micromanage. Daybreak. That's what the weapon's called. Thank you, Trophy. Thank you for telling me. Okay, this one. This is another all-star fight. We are fighting against the other newcomers. The first time we did the newcomer fight, we only fought the first half of them. This is the other half of them. And I decided that I would play as... who did I played it as Little Mac. And I gotta tell you, this is another one that took me about 30 minutes because, like I said, I was trying to get used to Little Mac. Little Mac, this is actually the first time I actually really played as him. Little Mac is very different because his ground game is ridiculously powerful. If you push B, he'll charge up a punch, like a big knockout punch. It'll cause him to fly off the screen like that. He is very powerful on the ground. Problem with Little Mac, his air game sucks tremendously. Pretty much what Little Mac, if you get him knocked off the ledge, even not that far, you think he would recover? No, he can't recover for crap. So that's pretty much how Little Mac is, and I know a lot of people think that he's OP because of this, but really that air game really does not help him a lot. Now, you're probably wondering that little thing that I just did with the KO punch right there. Okay. Every time Little Mac gets damaged, that meter above his name increases. There's going to be a certain point, as you guys can see, his air game is pretty bad. I can't recover with that. But that little meter above his head, every time he gets damaged, it'll gradually grow faster. And once it does get all the way to a certain point, a KO will appear. If you push B right next to an opponent, you'll do a KO punch. Essentially, what that means is, if somebody gets hit with that, they're instantly KO'd, as the name implies. So, that's a good way to kind of help out with this event right here, because we need to rack up KOs here. So, as you guys can see, I'm about ready to get KO'd punch again. Right there. Come over here and get close to an enemy. Boom! There goes Robin. But that's Little Mac, and I do like it. He does have a counter. If you push down B, he will counter a move. But that's Little Mac. Like I said, this one took me 30 minutes because I was trying to get used to Little Mac, because I have never played as Little Mac before. That one took me 30 minutes to do because it's just, like I said, I kept dying. But I only showed you the event that actually was good. Now, this event, we are having Bounty Hunter fight Bounty Hunter. This is kind of how it is in every Smash Bros. Every event mode that they have in Smash Bros. They have this one. You're fighting against Samus as Captain Falcon. Because Captain Falcon in F-Zero is a bounty hunter, just like Samus. And the thing about Captain Falcon I really like is, I like how fast he is and just how powerful his move is. And I can't go wrong with Falcon Punch! Falcon Punch is just simply his B move. After Wildlands event, the villagers appear for, I have no idea why they appear, but they appear after a while, if you do not KO Samus. But your main target is essentially to beat Samus. Ooh, I almost died there. That was ridiculous. Both of us have 2 stock, so I thought I won there. I was like, why didn't I get the completed thing? I was like, oh, she has another stock. I wasn't paying attention. She almost got me good here. I do like playing as Falcon though. He's really fast. He's a lot faster than Ganondorf. I think Ganondorf's a little bit more powerful than him though. When it comes to that, I think Falcon just has speed compared to brawn. You know what I mean? Just gotta use that Falcon Punch, and it's not punch like P-U-N-C-H. It's Punch. P-A-W-N-C-H. Punch. Anyways, we unlocked more events down here. We unlocked a new hidden path here. Like I said before, to unlock all the hidden paths, best advice I can give you, unlock all the characters, because that's all the requirements to unlock the hidden paths. But now we are fighting, I think if I remember correctly, gigantic robots as Rob. Yeah. We're fighting Robot Rob. We're fighting a gigantic Rob as a Rob, and we have like 2 other Robs here. This one actually is metal too, that's another thing. He is metal, so he's going to be really hard to kill. Speaking of Rob is really interesting, and I like him because he's a projectile user, but he's also like a brawler. And his projectile, he spins up a top, like in his game that he was Rob was a peripheral back in the NES days, and well, he had this top game, and he shoots tops in this game, kind of like the tops that he had when he was a peripheral. That's where they got the idea for Rob, is he was just simply a Nintendo peripheral. And speaking of that, I saw something funny on Twitter the other day. There was a picture of somebody had their Wii U gamepad, and everybody's like, why isn't my Rob amiibo working? And they just placed the Rob robot on top of the gamepad where the amiibos go. I just thought that was funny, because Rob isn't an amiibo coming out yet. I think he'll come out next wave. But there we go, we have beaten gigantic metallic Rob before he destroyed the city. I think that was the little description of that. But we got a fire hydrant. Now this event right here, this one's annoying. I'm not saying it's hard, it's just annoying. Essentially, we're playing as Meta Knight, and Zelda and Peach are going to be on the battlefield, but so is Marth. Our objective is to KO only Marth. We cannot KO Peach or Zelda. We cannot do that. If we KO both of them, or KO any of them, the mission has failed. This one's just annoying, because you have to single out Marth, and you have to just beat the crap out of him and launch him before you can actually win. Because if you accidentally hit Peach or Zelda, you are just running the risk of failing this mission. I mean, you can hit them, and that's fine. You just cannot KO them. If you KO them, then, well, mission's failed. Now, Meta Knight, I heard, got nerfed big time because in Brawl, apparently Meta Knight, I've never really stayed in the competitive field, so I have no idea how Meta Knight was competitively. But apparently Meta Knight was broken beyond all belief in Brawl, and I guess they nerfed him big time in this game because of that. But like I said, I never really saw what the difference is. I think it's because of an infinite attack or something like that. I think that was what it is. I don't know if anybody knows why Meta Knight was big in Brawl, but can you please tell me, because I honestly don't. I could go look up videos, but yeah. But I actually died here. It's like, this is hard. This is ridiculous. I thought I killed Peach there for a second. I was like, no. No, go. Hey, Marth. Please. I gotta beat you up. I can't beat them up. Please. There we go. I got it, finally. And I was really running the risk of accidentally getting Zelda on the backlash there. It was close. Really close. And now it's going up here. We got Liquid. I think that's the thing from Animal Crossing. Mechanical Menace. Oh boy, this one. This one is the Xenoblade one. Okay, we're playing as Shulk on War Plane. And I'm glad about the event mode actually brought in all the boss characters, because now we're fighting the last boss character in this game. On War Plane at night, Metalface appears. Metalface is the antagonist from Xenoblade Chronicles. Well, one of the main antagonists from Xenoblade Chronicles. But we're also fighting a metallic version of Rob and Mega Man. We have to kill them as well as killing Metalface. And like the Ridley fight and the Yellow Devil fight, this is a standable battle. So we have to fight Mega Man. Mega Man killed himself earlier in the match. I was wondering why he did that. But we have to play as Shulk, and we have to beat Rob here. One thing I like about Metalface is his commentary here. This is Metalface. I just like how he is. Essentially, Metalface has that gigantic British accent, and I love it. But that's one reason why I really like Xenoblade Chronicles. I thought that the voice acting was fantastic in that game. But now that we've beaten Metal Rob, we have to beat over here Metalface. But you just simply attack him over here, and after a while, he'll attack you back. But if you come over here and you actually attack him enough times, he'll blow up like this. Now, if you're playing War Plane, Metalface only appears during the nighttime. So that's, if you're wondering why he doesn't appear in certain matches. He only appears in the nighttime. But we got 2,000 gold, and we unlocked what it says, the final battle. And I was like, wait, I don't want to go there yet. We have an event over here. We're going to go over here and use this one. This one is, we're playing as Little Mac in this one. Now, if I remember correctly, we have to fight against a bunch of Little Macs, and they're just the wired frame version of Little Mac. So, essentially, yeah, we have to fight all these Little Macs before they kill me. Now, as you guys can see, my health is at, like, dangerous levels. So if I get hit once by this Little Mac, I'm done for. So essentially we have to beat them before they beat me. There are 9 Little Macs I have to beat. Each one has a stock of 3. So we have to beat 9 of these Little Macs before, well, I get knocked off the screen. So this one's not like self-explanatory. Just stay in the middle here. Try to counter more than you can with dodging. I'd rather you counter, because counter actually does damage and it'll knock them back. So just predict your opponent's moves. That's kind of what you have to do in Punch-Out. I've played Punch-Out and I really like Punch-Out. Punch-Out's really fun. So just have one over here and whack him and send him flying. But that's that event there. And we actually unlocked ooh, I forgot. Upon completing this challenge in event mode, you unlock a masterpiece. I mentioned that in the vault mode, masterpieces are like little demos of games. And essentially what we unlocked was Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream. We unlocked the NES game to play a little like 5-minute demo of it. They had that in Brawl, and it was really fun because I got to like play the other games that other characters were from. Now this one, I think this one's called the Destin Battle. I can't really read it from my capture card, but it says a Destin Battle. Essentially what we're doing is we're playing as Link, and we have to beat Ganondorf. We have to just destroy the King of Evil, essentially. Now, what makes this fight interesting is if you take too long, he spawns 2 Dark Links. But if you kill the Dark Links, it doesn't matter. Your target is essentially Ganondorf. If you beat him, the event is done. And I do believe one of the challenges is actually beating Ganondorf before Dark Link spawns here. And I do believe you have 2 stock. Both of us have 2 stocks, so It's kind of like the bounty hunter mission when earlier in this episode we fought Zero Suit Samus with Captain Falcon. Essentially, that's what we're doing again, but with Link and Ganondorf. But that's pretty much that. I like using Link. I think he's really good in this game because they buffed him, made him better. They actually made him jump. That was my biggest nitpick from even the N64 days. Link just couldn't jump for some reason, but then again, in Legend of Zelda, he couldn't jump. He had to go off the side of the ledge and jump. There wasn't a jump button in any of the Zelda games I played. I think there's just a jump button in the... If you had the rock feather from like certain games, you could jump. But all his forms of jumping was always just jumping over ledges and stuff like that. But that's because Link didn't need to jump. He had the jump attack, but that's about it. See what I was talking about with the Dark Link? Dark Link appears if you take too long. And essentially, it doesn't matter. We just need to defeat Ganondorf. Don't even worry about the Dark Links. I think, honestly, the Dark Links should only be dealt with if they're getting in your way. Like, they're kind of getting my way here. So if I just do one last little good attack on Ganondorf, I could beat him. Thing is, though, if one little good attack on me, I'm dead. So essentially, I'm just using my skills here with Link. Do that, and there we go. See? Don't even have to beat the Dark Links. You just have to beat Ganondorf. But now, after we finish that one, we have officially just cleared out all the events. All we have left are these two. This one's called the Final Battle. We have to choose a character, and we have to fight against the three main antagonists in Smash Bros. Here. We have to fight against Bowser, we have to fight against King Dedede, and we have to fight against Ganondorf. So I thought this was appropriate to play as Mario. But, anyways, I used Mario here. This is hard because they're all against you. It's not a free-for-all. They're all against you. They're all on the same team. So this gets really, really tough. And this one was another one that took me a while to do. But they always have this in a Smash Bros. Game. They always have the final battle of fighting against the antagonist. Mario, I always like using Mario. Mario is one of my main characters I use. But Mario is always a heavy hitter. He has a cape attack, which allows you to deflect projectiles that are sent back to him. But I think little added bonus I added in this game, and I don't know if it was in this game. I can't remember if it was or not. If it was in this game, and I'm pretty sure it was, but it might have been in Brawl. But the cape would essentially, if you hit somebody with the cape, it turns them around. Makes them face the other direction, kind of interrupting their combos a little bit. Well, we killed off Bowser, which I thought was kind of ironic that he was the first to go out of all of them. King Dedede, I actually looked up a little fact about this. King Dedede is the heaviest fighter in the game. And that kind of makes sense. But with that attack, we beat the three main antagonists. Like I said, that one took me forever because it was just an all free-for-all against you. It was really hard. And now, we are going to take on the final event in this whole entire event mode game. The true final battle. We are fighting against the four mascots of gaming himself. In Brawl, you had to fight against Mario, Sonic, and Snake in this event. This one, they upped the ante because they got four main, mascots from main series. They've got Mario, they got Mega Man, they've got Sonic, they've got Pac-Man. I chose Samus because I was really comfortable playing with her. So what we're doing essentially is we're fighting against Mega Man, Sonic, Pac-Man, and Mario. The first couple of seconds we're fighting against just Mega Man and Sonic. But if you do not KO them fast enough, this gets really hairy. It gets really, really hairy. Because in the first, I'd say about a minute into the fight, Pac-Man appears. Like that. He was lucky I killed Mega Man just now. But Pac-Man comes in, and then a minute after that, Mario comes in. If you haven't KO'd anybody by the time Mario comes in, you're fighting against four people. All against you. And that gets really, really tough. Now, like I said before, this one was another one that took me a while to do because, like I said before, I got to the point where all 4 of them were on the screen at once. It was not fun. Because I always thought it was hard when Smash Bros. Had, you know, 3 against 1. This Smash Bros. Has an ability to allow 4 against 1. Heck, if you could set up a match, you can have 7 against 1. That's double than what my worst nightmare was. One of the greatest challenges I did for myself back in N64 days was I had 3 level 9s all on the same team fight against me, and I actually won. I actually beat them in a stock battle. That was really hard. I can imagine I'm going to make a challenge to myself, have 7 level 9s fight against me. Let's see how long I'll last against that. But essentially, this is the last event. As soon as you beat this, event mode's over. You've done everything in event mode. But we've beaten Sonic, we've beaten Mega Man. Now all we have to do is fight against Pac-Man. And then we just launched him in. He just died. All we have left is Mario here. The plumber himself. And he ain't getting back from this. I'm just going to spam my charge beam and boom. There we go. We've beaten Mario. And thus, after that, we have completely 100%ed event mode. I mean, we haven't really 100%ed. A challenge you could do for yourself is beat all this, including all the extra bonuses that you could do. Beat all this on hard. If you could beat that all on hard, I commend you. Like, big time on that. But that's event mode. We have completely done every event in event mode. In the next episode of Let's Play Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at co-op event mode. So, with that, I will see you guys in the next episode.